we live in a world of dizzying speed, exponential complexity, and ruthless competition. So how do we rise above that? And I've had a front row seat to see exactly what happens when people embrace innovation, and frankly, what happens when they don't. We think of innovation as giant product breakthroughs or serious transformations. You might say, how does that apply to me on a daily basis? It's not only for a CEO, it's not only for somebody wearing a lab coat. Innovation applies to us all. We are hardwired for creativity. Today, more than ever, we win or lose in tiebreaker situations. And that little layer of creativity, that becomes the difference maker. That's the one thing that can't be outsourced or automated. More innovation, more ideas, more imagination. We tend to overestimate the risk of trying something new, but we underestimate the risk of standing still. Change the rules to get the jewels. Changing your approach, changing your methodologies, even changing the constraints of your business. An example, the billboard wars of LA. Your move, BMW, within 1 week, BMW fired back. There are times that we owe it to ourselves to take some responsible risks. Here's my suggestion. Pause and ask the question, instead of A, B, or C, is there a D, is there an E, or is there an option X? Now is the time to prioritize this gift of human creativity. Let's make today our jumping off point. Ideas are contagious. One idea becomes 6 ideas, becomes 11 ideas. You create momentum, and that momentum becomes unstoppable. The first core mindset of innovators is an inherent belief that every barrier can be penetrated. In other words, no matter how difficult an obstacle may feel, the Elon Musks of the world, the Thomas Edisons of the world, it's not that they're smarter than any of us, but they just keep going forward. They believe there's got to be a creative workaround. There's got to be some way to scale the mountain. And if they throw enough imagination at a problem, eventually it will melt away. Now, the good news is we need not be starting our own company to think like this. We can apply this in just about any situation. Fun example from a little north of here up in Canada. So a couple months back, an Air Canada flight got stuck out on the runway at the Toronto airport for 7 hours due to weather. Those poor passengers. Well, once they gobbled up all the peanuts and they drank all the booze, they were getting pretty frustrated. They're texting their loved ones, they're tweeting, they're complaining, they're begging the flight attendants. They're saying, look, you at least have to give us some food. Well, an Air Canada flight attendant gets on the horn and says, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, just nothing that can be done. Nothing that can be done. Well, a nearby WestJet pilot had a different idea. You see, he believed that every barrier can be penetrated. He realized that, yes, his job description was pilot, but his secondary description was disruptor, to serve customers, to grow their company. So about 45 minutes later, he wheels up one of those metal staircases to the plane, climbs up the stairs, bangs on the door, and when they open up the door, to their surprise, the guy's sitting there holding an armful of pizza. And it enabled amazing tweets like this one. Check it out. Awkward but funny moment. WestJet guy walks in and says, hey guys, I'm from WestJet, and we do things differently. Want some pizza? Think about the impact that was created in that moment, not just for the couple hundred people on the plane, but for the thousands that saw it as this went viral. This is what happens when we believe that every barrier can be penetrated. There's always a creative workaround.